Hello and welcome to my class. I'm Momita and today I'll be discussing the topic pronouns and its uses. Now, first of all, what is a pronoun? Pronoun is one of the parts of speech, one of the many parts of speech, right? Now, pronoun is that part of speech would be part. Pronoun is that part of speech which is used instead of a noun, right? Now, when I say I love my sister, when I'd be indicating my sister for the second time, I would not be saying my sister, I'd be saying she, right? I love my sister. She is, say she is 5 years old. She studies in a good school, right? So I'm using she. I may also use her in her if it is necessary instead of the word my sister. So that is she, her. These are all examples of pronoun. Now, as you can see, these are the various kinds of pronoun. We would be doing each of these pronoun in detail. So first of all, we have the personal pronoun, then we have the reflexive, emphatic, and then relative and possessive, demonstrative, distributive and interrogative, right? So first of all, we are going to deal with the personal pronoun. Now this chart, this chart shows us, right, these three charts, in fact, they show us the various forms of personal pronoun. Personal pronoun, as you can see, they may come in three forms: first person, second person and third person. Now what do you understand by first, second and third person pronoun? Now say for instance, I am speaking with a person called Rajat. Now Rajat would be the second person, and since I am speaking, I would be the first person. So when I would be addressing Rajat, I would be saying you, yours. And when I'd be saying about myself, I would be saying I, mine, our, we, us. So anything related to the speaker, the pronouns related to the speaker or the person who is speaking are the first person pronoun. The words which are used by the speaker, right? I mean, the pronouns which are used by the speaker for the speaker himself is known as the first person pronoun, like I, we, me, us, my, mine, our, ours. These are all example of first person pronoun. These are said by the person who speaks. Second person refers to the person with whom I is speaking or the speaker is speaking, right? Now if I am talking with Rajat, how would I address, which pronoun would I be using for Rajat? You, your and yours. So these three things, you, yours and your and yours, form the second person pronoun. And the third person pronoun refers to those pronouns which are the third person pronoun refer to those pronouns, right, which are said about the person who is not in the conversation, who is not a part of the conversation, but however we are referring to him during our conversation. The first person pronoun, the first person, that is the speaker, is saying something about the person who is not there in the conversation. The conversation is between I and you, but however when we speak about the third party who is not conversing but about whom we are speaking, right, that becomes the third person pronoun, like he, she, it, him, her, hers, his, its, they, them, their, theirs. These are all example of, as you can see on the board, I'll show you more clearly. Just give me a minute. See, these are all examples of third person pronoun, right? Now all the pronouns, as you can see, they have, these are the cases you would see there are three cases of pronoun: nominative, objective and possessive. For all the things, nominative, objective and possessive. Now let us understand what does these nominative, objective and possessive cases means. First of all, we need to understand these things, and after that we will try understanding the various categories. Now we will, in this part, we would try understanding nominative, objective and possessive cases. Now what are the nominative cases of pronouns? Nominative means the words which are used as the subject of verb. Now these pronouns are used as the subject of verb. Like we are getting late. Are is the verb, we is the subject. They shall start early. Shall start is the verb, they. About whom is the subject being said? They. So they becomes the nominative case of pronoun. They is used here as a nominative case. Now objective case is what? Objective cases are used as the object of the verb and they answer to the question whom. If you ask the question whom after the verb and you get an answer, then that word is the object. Now object, let me tell you that what is an object of a verb. Just try asking the question what or whom after the verb. If you get an answer to your question, then those are the objects. If you get an answer to the question what after the verb, then that is a direct object. Like if I say the boys fly kite. The boys fly what? Kite. So the object here is a thing, right? So when you get an answer to the question what, that is the object is a thing, then that object is the direct object. Now if you get an answer to the question whom after verb, then that is an indirect object. That is, if the object is a person, then it is an indirect object. Like if I say grandmother told me a story. Grandmother told whom? Me. It is a person. So me is an indirect object. Me is an indirect object. Told me what? Told what? Told a story. So a story would be the direct object. Okay. Now here in objective cases we would get the pronoun as the object of the verb. We will not forget whom? Her. So here her is used as an objective case. See, it is broken by whom? By them. So again them here is used as an objective pronoun. Now what do you understand by possessive pronoun? Now possessive pronoun or possessive noun, they shows possessive adjective, it may also be possessive adjective, they shows you who is the possessor or owner of a particular thing. Possessor means owner. Now it will show you who is the owner or who is the possessor of a particular thing. Now if I say that house is theirs, right? That house is whose belongs to whom? Theirs. So who is the owner? Theirs. So this is possessive pronoun. The broken umbrella is yours. Whose? Yours. So yours is the possessive pronoun, right? Now again here you need to understand the difference between possessive adjective and possessive pronoun. So here I have written, see, possessive adjective versus possessive pronoun. Now the word possessive means who is the possessor or who is the owner. Owner or possessor. Right? Possessive means owner or possessor. Now you can write the sentence in two different ways. This is my room and this room is mine. In both the sentences, both the sentences mean the same, right? This is my room and this room is mine. Whose room? My room. Whose room? Belongs to me, that is mine. Now if the possessive pronoun, which you think to be a pronoun, is used just before the noun, then see, in that case, this, though it is a pronoun, it is used here as an adjective. Why? Because here my is qualifying the noun room. It is saying something about the room. It is describing the noun room. So in this case, my is used not as a possessive pronoun but as a possessive adjective. Now if I want to write the same sentence as possessive pronoun, then what will I do? I will put a verb in between the noun and the pronoun. Here is the noun, here is the pronoun, and in between there is a verb, so that the pronoun does not immediately say something about the noun. Right? This room is mine. Whose? Mine. Here it is used as a pronoun. That is her scooty. Whose scooty? Her scooty. Her is the owner here, right? Her is the owner here. And it is saying something about the noun scooty. It is describing, the word her is actually describing the noun scooty. So it is used here as an adjective. The same sentence is written here in a different way. That scooty is hers. So the her here, in case of possessive adjective, we are using it her. In case of pronoun, this her is changed to hers. Whose? Hers. That scooty is hers. So there is a verb in between the noun and the pronoun and it becomes possessive pronoun, while in the previous case it was possessive adjective. Now, getting back to the previous chart once again, we were discussing about the objective, nominative, objective and possessive. I hope now these three cases, that is objective, nominative and possessive, this has been made clear to you. Now we would look into some examples so as to make this thing clear. For first person, as we know, which pronouns are used for first person? Related to the words related to the speaker, that is I, mine, me, our, ours, us, we. These are all the first person examples of first person pronoun. Right? Now, what is nominative? Nominative, as I have said you, it is used as subject. Now, I know him better. I know him better. I know him since a long time. Right? I is used as the subject, so it is used here for the first person. It is used in the nominative case. Now the same thing, if I change it to objective, what shall I write? He is known to me since a long time. I know him since a long time. I is used as nominative, in nominative case. But if I say the same thing, which means the same in a different way, so as to make I objective, what shall I say? He is known to me. Known to whom? To me. It is answering to the question whom. So in this case, me becomes objective case. Right? And in this case, he is one of my acquaintances. I know him means he is one of my acquaintances, right? So in this case, whose acquaintance? It will answer to the question whose, or who is the owner? Mine. Right? You can always you can also use mine. My and mine both can be used. He is an acquaintance of mine, or he is one of my acquaintances, or he is an acquaintance of mine. See, in both the cases we get the owners for the first person, and thus they are used as in the possessive case. For plural, our, we, it changes to we. We we play tennis. We is the subject, used as a pronoun. So here it is used as the used in nominative case. Tennis is played by us. By whom? By us, right? And ours. This house is ours in possessive. Whose? Ours. This house belongs to whom? Belongs to us or ours. This is our house. This house is ours. In both these cases, our and ours are used in possessive case. Second person also same thing. You doesn't change, it remains the same in objective, and possessive becomes your and yours, right? And here also we have the same thing, like in subject we use he, she, it. Like he is my best friend, she took away my copy, it is raining now. Now in this sentence, the same sentences, my best friend is him. When you use just it in objective as objective case. The book has been taken by her. She took the book. The book is taken by her, right? And in for plural also, they are our best friends. Our best friends are none but them. This is their house. This house these houses are theirs, right? So here we get the three cases of pronoun, and I hope I have been able to make this concept very clear to you. Now we are going to take a quick look into two more things about personal pronoun. See, the first one is this one. What does it say? His does not have two possessives. Like possessive, see, you have two, like his, her, hers, its. Her, hers, your, yours, my, mine. But his is his only. There is no change for his. His remains the same. Like if I say this is her book, here her is the possessive adjective. This book is hers. When I say hers, it becomes possessive pronoun. This is my pen. My is possessive adjective. This pen is mine. Possessive pronoun. This is your hat. Your hat. So your is possessive adjective. This hat is yours. Possessive pronoun. But his is always the same. This is his pen. Whose pen? It is used immediately before. His is used immediately before the noun. So here it is possessive adjective. This pen is his. His is used at the end. So it is possessive pronoun. Now one more thing, it is also to be noted that you and it have same form for subject and object. Her has the same form for object and possessive pronoun, and you has the same form in singular and plural. Now here is the donkey. It kicked Manu because Manu kicked it. So see, it is used as both as subject and object. I gave her back her books. See, her is used as objective case as well as possessive pronoun. I gave her books, right? Now let us have a look at the reflexive and emphasizing pronoun. We have already done the personal pronoun. Now we will be doing reflexive and emphasizing pronoun. Now what do you understand by the reflexive and the emphasizing pronoun? Now reflexive and emphasizing pronoun refers to the pronoun which has the word self. So they are the pronoun with the word self. Both reflexive and emphatic or emphasizing pronoun are those pronouns which have the self word. Myself, himself, herself, themselves, yourself, ourselves, itself, etc. These are all examples of both reflexive and emphatic pronoun. The words remain the same, but the usage changes, right? Now in reflexive, what happens? The self words are used as the object of the verb. That is, they are used after the verb. They can never be used as a subject of the verb. Like he shot whom? Himself, dead. The horse hurt whom? Itself. So see, every time these self words are used after the verb, or they are used as the object of the verb. Now for emphasizing pronoun, the self words are used as the subject of the verb. They emphasize the pronoun, as the pronouns are definitely the subject, but the self words, they emphasize the pronoun in subject position, and they are used, the emphatic pronouns are used for the sake of emphasis. Even if you don't use those words, the sentence would be completed in its own. She herself opened the door. She opened the door is perfectly fine. You don't need this word herself. Then why is it used? It is used to emphasize the fact that she did it herself. We ourselves entertained the guest. Again, we entertained the guest. It's fine. Ourselves is used to emphasize the fact that we did it ourselves. There was no one else. Right? They are used to emphasize the pronoun, and they are used for the sake of emphasis, and they are used in the subject position. That is, they are used before the verb. She herself opened. See, it is used before the verb. The word herself. Otherwise, if you write she opened the door herself, in this case herself would become reflexive, because it is used as the object of the verb. But here, since it is used before the verb and it is in the subject position, we have to consider the self word as the emphasizing pronoun. Our next category is the interrogative pronoun. Now what are the interrogative pronouns? The WH words. Actually, the interrogative pronouns help to ask question. They do the work of nouns they stand for. Like, what is the matter? Now here, the matter, instead of matter I am using what. What matter is it? If I say what matter is it, in that case what becomes interrogative adjective. Now what is the matter? Whom do you want to meet? These WH words, they are actually the interrogative pronoun. Now WH words can also be interrogative adjectives, right? If they ask question, they can also be used as interrogative adjective. Now we would try understanding the difference, fine line of difference between interrogative pronouns and interrogative adjective. Now when I say which is your book, it is interrogative pronoun. If I say which book is yours, then it is interrogative adjective. Why? Because this word which is qualifying the noun book, and here book is actually the subject of this verb is. So here it is interrogative adjective. It is qualifying the word, the noun book, and here which is standing for the word book. So it is actually used instead of the noun book, and there is no other noun which is used as the object of this verb is. So which is your book? Book is after the verb, and here we see the noun is used before the verb. It becomes the object of the verb, and here the main noun is used as the in interrogative adjective, the main noun is used as the subject of the verb. Before that we have which. Actually this is qualifying the word, the noun here, and in this case the noun, the original noun is used as the object of the verb after the verb, right? So in this case, which is your book is interrogative pronoun. Here also, what is the news brought by him? So what is standing for the news that has been brought by him, and it is used as the only object of this verb. So in this case it is interrogative pronoun. But here, what news? News is the actual object which is used before the verb, and what is qualifying, what is saying something about this noun news. So in this case, this what is used as an interrogative adjective and not a pronoun. Now let us see demonstrative and distributive pronouns. Now what are the demonstrative pronouns? Demonstrative pronouns are this, that, these, those, such. These are all demonstrative pronouns. This is better than that. Such is the news that cannot be true. Those are sour mangoes. These are demonstrative pronouns. Now see, again, this, that, these, those can also be used as adjective. The same thing, the same rule is followed. If it is used before the verb, then it is demonstrative pronoun, and if the noun is used after the verb, then it is demonstrative. If the noun is used after the verb, if the main noun serves as the object of the verb, then it is demonstrative pronoun, and if it is the subject of the verb, then it is demonstrative adjective. Now see, in this one, this is my pencil and this pencil. So the word this is qualifying the noun pencil. So in this case, we can say that it is an example of demonstrative pronoun, demonstrative adjective, because the word this is qualifying the noun pencil. Now second one, such is the news that cannot be true, and such news cannot be true. Demonstrative adjective, because it is qualifying the noun news. These are the girls who attended the class, and these girls attended the class, right? So I hope you have understood the difference between demonstrative pronoun and demonstrative adjective. See, the words remain the same, this, that, these, those, and such, but the way it is used, if such words are used just before the noun, in that case they are qualifying the noun and they become adjective. And if there is the verb between the this, such, these words and the noun, then it is demonstrative pronoun. Now we will do the distributive pronoun. What are the distributive pronoun? Each, every, either, neither. Each, not every. Each, either, neither are the distributive pronouns. Each of the children was punished. Either of you may go. Neither of you are sick. These are examples of distributive pronoun. Each, either, and neither are distributive pronouns. Now these are the two last categories of pronoun: indefinite pronoun and relative pronoun. Now what are indefinite pronouns? They do not refer to any person or thing in particular. When you do not know about which person or a particular person about whom the sentence has been spoken. I have not seen any of them. One must not be proud of oneself. Somebody has stolen my purse. Now words like somebody, nobody, no one, someone, everyone, all, these are all indefinite pronouns. That is, these are the pronouns which do not refer to any person or anything in particular. Now finally we would do the relative pronoun, the pronouns who, whose, whom, which, that, which join two sentences and relate or refer to nouns which have gone before or already used before are called relative pronoun. Now see, you are the man whom I wanted to see. So this word whom is actually referring to the man. So the man has already been used, and now I am talking about the same man, and I am joining two sentences. You are the man and I wanted to see you. You are the man and I wanted to see you. These two sentences have been joined by the word whom, and the word whom is actually used instead of the word man. It is referring to the word man. So here it is relative pronoun. The book which you gave me is lost. You gave me a book, it is lost. I am combining these two sentences with the word which. The book which you gave me. So the which, this word which is referring to this noun book. So it is a pronoun, relative pronoun, and it is joining two sentences. It is related to the word book. Read anything that interests you. Read what? Anything. And this that refers to the word anything that interests you. The dog that barks seldom bites. That refers to the word dog. So that again, the dog barks It seldom bites. So here the sentences have been joined with the word that. So it is relative pronoun. Hope you enjoyed the session and hope you understood the pronoun. That's all for today. Thank you for being in the class. Goodbye.